We're going to talk about security software. It turns out he's not available today. And so I figured I'd go ahead and start this stream at the time that I was intending to see if my equipment's all working. Software. It turns out he's not available today. Go ahead and start. So I figured I'd go ahead and start this stream at the time that. So that is actually going through, and I suppose I should have that muted before. However, if I leave it unmuted, then that really gives me a confirmation that it's coming through. In one of my recent sessions with Chuck, I inadvertently had my microphone muted for most of the session, and I published that anyway. It was the part 2 of a, what were we doing that series on? Transferring the files from his old computer to his new computer. And that actually was not the last session that I did with Chuck. The last session that I did with Chuck was about backups and OneDrive. And we had a really good session. It was almost 2 hours long. And towards the beginning of the session, I used my Mac over here to confirm that it was working. And then when we got to the end of the session, I realized that it didn't look like it was working. And after I ended the stream, there was absolutely nothing on YouTube. No content whatsoever. And at that time, I was not recording to my local drive. Now, Aaron helped me recently with trying to improve the performance of my streaming computer. And we got it working a whole lot better. Right now I have Zoom running in the background, and I'm at 41%, 42%, 41, 43 of CPU usage. That is really, really good. I made a couple other adjustments after I finished working with Aaron, and I think this is looking a lot better. So I'm going to switch over to the Zoom window. So this shows me in the Zoom session. The Zoom session is actually running right now, and the computer's still doing fine. 41%, 43%, 41%. Okay, so now if I come back to my camera 1, and I'm going to punch around to cameras. I saw it go up to 57% when I switch cameras. So camera 2, when I hit that, there's a 51, and then back down to 42, 43. And if I hit camera 3, there's 62, 46, 42, 45, so it bumps up and then comes right back down. Now I know that bump up, 54, that I see might not be the highest bump that occurred during that change of cameras, because it's only showing me a new number on the CPU utilization. It looks like a little faster than once per second. You know, okay, so if I look up here at, there's 39, 40. So there's 41, 43, 41, 45, 40, 38, 46, 39, 42, 39, 42, and there's 50 seconds. Yeah, so that was 10 seconds, 10 readings in 10 seconds, because I think I started at 40 seconds on the video link counter. And it's showing in the studio that there's 2 concurrent viewers. I don't see anybody in the chat, and I'm thinking that I might be the other concurrent viewer. I'm not sure, because here I have YouTube Studio on Google Chrome on my Mac, and when I switch to the Safari screen, I have YouTube open in Safari, and that one's not signed in. So, and it looks lower resolution. Yeah, it shows 720p. And I think I switched, with Aaron, we went down to 720, but I think I've bumped it back up to 1080. So I think after the stream is finished, YouTube will process the video and make it available in 1080p. So I'm going to be interested to see if that works out. So this video is titled Live Session with Chuck about security software, but he wasn't available to come in with me today. So I went ahead and did this session just to check on settings. Now, let's see, this one is showing in the YouTube studio is showing 5:06, and here, how can I tell? Yeah, it's hard to see the time there. It just reached 5:06, I think. So that should be showing that there's the delay between these two. So I want to see that delay, how I can compare it. Oh, here's how I can compare it between the two, because I can have both of those visible at the same time. So it just turned and then turned. So that's only a few seconds, and then turned back. Yeah, that's like about 10 seconds difference between those. But the live stream window is showing a delay, right? So I think that shows a longer, that shows a longer delay than the difference between the live stream window and the what I want to call that one, the straight YouTube. I mean, live studio is what I should call that one. And then this one over here, let's see, a guest. See, I'm not even signed in there, so that's showing as a total guest session. Now, the other things that, what else do I want to try? Oh, okay, let's go take a look at this to actually simulate something. I'm going to go to my computer number 2, bring up a new tab, and I have not checked on my, ooh, that's weird. I've got 2 pictures in pictures. Okay, that's because I have it set so that I can do picture-in-picture of a Zoom meeting, but I don't really have a Zoom meeting running right now, so I want to hide that. I'll move it behind computer 2. So now the only picture-in-picture is the one from my camera 1 to while I'm on the computer 2. So what I want to check is my PayPal account, because I did a video recently about buying cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, and it went up for a while, and then it went down. And the joke of it for me is back in, it was around, I don't know, 2002. That was probably more about 2003 to 2009, somewhere around there, that I was learning how to do stock market trading, and with options and doing some fancy stuff. And what I discovered is that I have the capability of manipulating the stock market. The problem is, the way that I manipulate the stock market is when I buy stock, that the stock price for that company then goes down, and many times doesn't recover. And I just couldn't figure out how to really make that work for me. If I were to sell stock, short a stock, that would make the stock go up. And the same thing when I did options. Now that's kind of tongue-in-cheek, but yeah, I just couldn't make. I worked on that for 5 years. So the joke of this, after I bought this Bitcoin, is it went up. I thought, the curse is lifted, and then it went down. It went down more than it had gone up. So let's go see where it's at now. I haven't looked at it for a few days. When it was down for about 3 days, I just said, I'm going to stop looking at it. So let's get logged into my PayPal account. You know, I saw somebody recently advise, don't buy Bitcoin through PayPal. Buy it from XYZ or one of these other exchanges. But they didn't say why. I don't know what people think when they think that they can just anonymously, and this person even was a screen name. It wasn't a real person's name. Nobody's standing behind what they're saying. says buy it on I guess it was some kind of cryptocurrency exchange service. I don't even know what those are or how they work. But when people think they can anonymously just put advice out and say, do this, and not give any reason why, I mean, that's just arrogance I don't understand. Okay, so clicking login here, and we'll go see what how the PayPal cryptocurrencies are doing. And I bought more. I bought the other cryptocurrencies, not just Bitcoin. So down here it says 5,028. You didn't see where I was pointing, did you? So 5,022. So I have put in a total of 6,000. So 10% of 6,000 is 600. 20%, 6,000 would be 1,200. So it's not down by 20%. It's down more than 10%. So whatever is between there, that's a little bit painful, yeah. And I don't know if it's going to keep going down. So I put in a total of 3,000 in Bitcoin and a total of 1,000 Ethereum, 1,000 Bitcoin Cash, 1,000 Litecoin. So all of those have gone down. So let's go take a look at the chart. Here's the last 24 hours, and then the last week, and then the last month. So my purchases, I think, were somewhere around here. I guess I could check on what the date was of those purchases. But I made a purchase and then I added more. I first bought the 1,000 of Bitcoin, and then off camera I bought 500 of each of the other lesser cryptocurrencies. And then a little bit later, after it had gone down some, I bumped those investments up even higher. I figured, well, hey, it went down, it's on sale, so I'll buy more. And now it's gone down even more, and the thought has crossed my mind, does that mean I should buy more? And now I think I've wound up talking myself out of it by saying, no, stop chasing. Let's just stop and let's just wait and ride this out and see how it goes. There's prognosticators saying all kinds of different things. I've heard a number of them say that they believe that Bitcoin is going to be 100,000 by the end of this year, by the end of 2021. And that would be double of what it is right now. And I'm not sure the exact price it was when I bought mine, but I'm just not going to sweat it. So that's 1 month, and here's 6 months. So it's still got this upward trend, but this dip is kind of similar to the amount of dip we had back here. Okay, if you look at that height and this low and consider the steepness of that line, this line looks steeper. However, this line right here is pretty steep, but it didn't go as far as this one. So all of that, looking at those lines like that, that's called technical trading, where you're trading just off of the charts, and that's part of what I spent 5 years learning. But I also, what was the other part we called? The foundation, how well are the companies doing some research into the companies and find out how they're doing. Space foundation, I can't remember what they called that part of it. But anywho, this is not such a happy sight, because here this was, if you just look at the tops, if you think of that as a top and that as a top and that as a top, that's a pretty significant trajectory. The average of all that would be a line kind of coming through like this. So it kind of implies that this is likely to go up again. Now, when I added those extra amounts onto my investment, it was the day before a webinar that I was registered to attend that was being put on by, what do they call it? Bloomberg Financial, Bloomberg, something or other. And yeah, and it was all about cryptocurrencies, and there were going to be different guest speakers, and I had this notion that that was going to cause a little buying frenzy. It did not at all. So anywho, I'm in for the adventure. We'll see how it goes, and I'll give you updates on it once in a while. So this this session right now, I was intending that I would just be testing the equipment and see if it lasts, and I thought I'd probably wind up deleting it, but maybe I'll go ahead and change the title of this video to be update on my cryptocurrency purchases. And let's see, I could make some kind of a clickbait on that, maybe the word fail. Cryptocurrency buy dash fail. We'll see. Well, this has been probably long enough for testing the equipment. There's 16 minutes, and it looked the live studio says it's still working, and the actual session on YouTube says that it's working. And I'll listen back to it and see how the audio is. I've got the microphone in a different position that I don't know that I've posted any live streams yet with it in that position. So I'm going to be judging how that is. I was considering trying this microphone and see how that works out, but I don't have that hooked up yet. So how does that look on the desk? That's kind of a thin little microphone. I think it needs to be pretty close though to have good sound quality. So I don't know if I'll be trying that or not. But anyway, this video is what it is, and I don't know if you got anything out of it, but I don't know if I'll leave it up either. So there you go. If you would like to request a computer support session with me, that's what I want to be doing on this channel. You can send an email to me at DougBetts at LiveWindowsTraining and give me an idea what you'd like to have help with and the way that works. And if you go into my channel icon, oh, you know what? I've been meaning to show this on video. If you go into my channel icon on YouTube, you can easily find the videos that will show what that experience is like. So if I go to YouTube right here, and then in this search field at the top, I'll click up there and type LiveWindowsTraining-DougBetts and press enter. That should get you to a listing of, here's my channel. This round icon is my channel icon. And then these are some videos. This one says live right now. If I click on that right now, you'll see this video going right now, which is kind of, should I? All right, I'll do it. I'll click up there and type LiveWindowsTraining-DougBetts. Okay, that's on pause. I'm going to hit the back button up here in the upper left corner. And then, so what I was trying to show you is how you can see the previous videos that I've done providing computer support to people. So if you click on this channel icon right here, it takes you into my channel. Now, the way this is organized here is it shows this is live now in the second section. The first section will be showing a scheduled live session. And then down here is past live streams. So in these past live streams, you'll see the thumbnail, and they all show me with other people in the thumbnails. And then here's this arrow here pointed to the right. If you click on that, you find more of them. And let's see, it looks like there's 2 screens worth. So is that, yeah, I think, whoops, did accidentally clicked on one of them. So let's see, past live streams. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 across there. And when I click on here, there's another 6. So that's a total of 12 of them that I've done live sessions. And then down here is uploads. So these are videos that I did not record live, but I recorded them on my local computer and then uploaded them. So some of those are providing support to other people. Any of the ones that you see with myself and one other person. This one here that has kind of a collage or montage of a lot of people, that is just me talking about letting you know why it's okay to trust me to connect remote to your computer, when most of the time technicians will say, no, don't do that. Don't let anybody connect remotely to your computer. Well, if you got somebody speaking in your ear telling you that, have them watch that video of mine, and if they approve you contacting me for me to provide free computer support help to you, then you know that it's okay. So then here's copying Chuck's old computer files. If I click on this to see more, there's more. So that was a total of 12 of those uploads. I'm not sure if that's, maybe there's more. And then here's popular uploads, which shows the ones that in the first position would be the ones that have the most views. And then the number of views go down from there. And then we see another one. You know, each one of those showed 12 of them. So I don't think that's correct, that how many there is. If you click on this videos tab here, then you actually get to see all of my videos. And they're by default sorted in order of the most recent. So this is the one that we're doing right now, and it has this red live indicator on it while I'm broadcasting. After I stop the broadcast, it won't have that live there anymore. Now keep in mind, by the time you watch this video, assuming you're not watching live, that's going to be a different title because, well, Chuck's not with me. And so then we have some others that go older and older and older. And so there's 1 week old, and then we go to the next row. 1 week old, 2 weeks old, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 weeks. As you go down here, they get older. 4 weeks, 4 weeks, 4 weeks, 1 month, 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 and then there's 3 months and 4 months, and you keep scrolling down. You see older and older videos. Oh, how far they go back? Go back 11 months. Now, so that shows them by date. If you click on this sort by, it shows here the default choice was date added. You could choose date added oldest. If you click on that, then what happens is you're seeing the oldest video in the first position. If you click again and choose most popular, then the first position is going to be the one that has the most views. All right? So that's how, the reason we came into here is because I wanted to show you on the Home tab. It's an easy way for you to come and find the live streams where I have somebody else with me. And there's also the uploads where I have somebody else with me. What I want to be doing in most instances is doing a live stream support for whatever help a person might need with their computer. So that could be helping to fix things, or helping us to install a new part, or maybe install an SSD drive to replace your hard drive. It could be teaching you about how OneDrive works, or configuring OneDrive, or dealing with backups, or how to restore files. Set up a new computer, lots of different topics, and purchase a computer. How about how to choose which computer to buy? I'd love to do that kind of a session with somebody, because there's some really good information that I can pass along for that. Okay, so we're done, I think. Again, there's the email address. Send me an email. Tell me what you want help with. We'll put it together. So I hope this has been useful to you. Have a great